Welcome back to Across Louisiana. It's been a while since we gotten a visit here from Capital Area CASA. We always love to hear about the great things they have going on and the difference that they're making right here in the community. And here to tell us about some of their great upcoming events is Jennifer Mayer. Welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Been too long. I know you guys are always staying busy and always doing great work here in Baton Rouge. Tell the folks what's coming up.
We have our Casas for CASA Playhouse fundraiser. It's our 22nd annual. We will be raffling off a very fancy children's playhouse. It's valued at a little over $25,000, so not your average playhouse.
That sounds like something that any kid would definitely want,
Yes.
and it's obviously going for a great cause. For the people who aren't familiar with the really important and really meaningful work that you do here, tell them a little bit about what a CASA is and sort of how it came to be.
CASA stands for Court Appointed Special Advocate. We recruit, train, and supervise volunteers who speak up for children who have been unfortunately abused or neglected. These kids have come into the foster care system to be shielded from that abuse or neglect. And the ultimate goal of a CASA volunteer's involvement is to speak up for that child's best interests, to help that child reach a safe and permanent home with a forever family.
It's so important that they have a voice because, well, they themselves don't have one, so they need you to do it for them, right, and speak up for what their best interests are. And I mean, it's really the difference between, you know, sort of determining the way someone's life might go, right?
Yes, so our CASA volunteers truly get to know the child and gather all of the information. So they talk to the child, they talk to foster parents, biological family, teachers, doctors, anybody involved in the case, so that that CASA volunteer can be the one person who knows everything there is to know about the child. And then with the help of our staff, they can make recommendations on the child's behalf, so for services the child might need. But it's fundraisers like this that allow us to continue serving every child who needs a voice. Kids continue to enter the foster care system, and we always need volunteers trained and ready to speak up for them.
Sounds like a super event. I'm sure there are lots of great details to it. Kind of take me through it a little bit. What can somebody expect to find at the Playhouse?
So the CASA Playhouse, it's our Grand Victorian Playhouse this year. It will be on display at the Mall of Louisiana for 3 weeks, July 23rd through August 14th. There will be $5 raffle tickets available for a chance to win. Our title sponsor, Falcon Meek General Contractors, will deliver the Playhouse within 60 miles of the mall to the winner. And you do not have to be present to win. The drawing takes place on August 14th. That's the final day of ticket sales. We also have a fun event for kids that day from noon to 5 at the mall. It's a free children's health, wellness, and safety fair. So if you want to come down to the mall that day, August 14th, to see the Playhouse and watch the ticket drawing, we'll welcome you.
A little something for everybody there. You know, I kind of alluded to it earlier about the lives that you touch here in the greater Baton Rouge area and the difference that you make. But I mean, tell me a little bit about, give me an idea of what the impact is here. I mean, how many people are being affected by the great work you do?
Well, last year we had about 150 or so volunteers, and we served 330 children. So that's a lot of lives affected. And since our inception in 1992, we serve East Baton Rouge Parish.
Right. Since
our inception here in 92, we've served 2,500 children. So it's really a big impact that we're making, helping these kids reach safe and permanent homes. And it's just wonderful to see our volunteers make a difference in these kids' lives.
Jennifer, tell the folks where they can go to find out more about this great event and about the great work you do at CASA.
So if you'd like to learn about CASA or volunteering or pick up a ticket or two for the Playhouse fundraiser, you can visit casabr.org. You can do that all online. You can give us a call at 225-379-8598.
Thanks so much for coming on, telling us all about it. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Sure thing. Well, speaking of good causes, what if I told you that you could get a brand new house and support one? It's called the Home for Good. Take a look, everyone.
The Capital Region Builders Association is comprised of 922 members at this point. We lobby annually to minimize the cost of the homes, helping protect the builders, which in turn help to protect the consumer.
The Capital Region Builders Foundation is an organization that was created to provide assistance to various charities that need help. Over the years that we've been in existence, we have turned back to the community right at $18 million through various organizations that we work with. The Home for Good project is a project for the foundation where we look for a partner that's a charitable organization that needs help, that has different things that they're raising money for. We build a house, We probably built, I'm going to guess 12 to 15 homes, and most of them have been for charities, with the exception of a couple of years ago we did one for a veteran who returned from Afghanistan who was severely wounded, and we put that young man in a home with all the things that he needs for lifting and wheelchair accessibility and things like that. So we do this every year, and this year we probably teamed up with one of the best organizations that really touches more people in Baton Rouge than you would think. We're teamed up with Woman's Hospital, and their need is great.
Woman's Hospital has been very intricate in my life. My daughter was born, and she was 6 weeks early, and she spent approximately 8 days in the neonatal ward at Woman's Hospital, and that was a very, very important part of my life for 8 days.
In addition to all those babies that are born with us, over half of our hospital is dedicated to cancer services, so breast and GYN cancer services. Those are huge issues in our community. So a whole lot of what we do is in the cancer care and cancer support. Another thing that we do at Woman's Hospital that most people aren't aware of, but it's a critical service in the community, is we treat 55% of the sexual assault victims within a 13 parish region. So although extraordinarily traumatic for a woman, she's going to get incredible care at Woman's Hospital. And we're going to provide her with clothing and toiletries and some dignity and support services. So when she leaves our care, she has all the tools that she needs to recover, and she will never receive a bill from Woman's Hospital. And most importantly, she will have the evidence that she needs to go for conviction if she would like to do that. And several weeks ago, we had the opportunity to go through a sneak peek tour of the Home for Good, and what a tremendous property Mr. Flores and the Capital Region are building for us.
It's 4-bedroom, 3 baths. It's very well apportioned. It's flowing living space, large master area, master bath suite. The home itself is going to be very nicely done. All the vendors that are members of the CRBA and other people that are in the business have volunteered to donate materials, labor, and so on. So it's coming together very nicely.
In addition to the house, we now have a SUV that's going to be offered as a prize. You'll be able to have a chance to win both the SUV and win the house.
This is a brand new 2015 Buick Encore. It's a very, very, very nice vehicle. I like to do things that stay in Baton Rouge, that involve the betterment of the Baton Rouge community. I always like to just do something that has touched me in some way. And the neonatal ward at Woman's touched me about 19 years ago. And that was a big, big influence in my life when my daughter was born.
So you can feel really comfortable that your $100, you might get this amazing house, but that $100 is really going to go serve the weakest and the most vulnerable members of our community.
This is a way for our association to give back to the community, and I think that's very important. You can purchase the tickets now, and we will have the drawing in July.
People can buy a ticket at womans.org/win. We make it very easy, or they can go to the Capital Region website and buy a ticket from that website. They can also purchase a ticket at any of the Business First Bank retail centers in our community.
It's a beautiful home for a very good cause. Get out there and take advantage of that. When we come back on Across Louisiana, find out how you can bowl for hope. Don't miss it.